afternoon, Planet Earthgate TV. And now for the show.
Good afternoon, Planet Earth. The only podcast filmed in the afternoon,
and aired at night.
played all around the universe.
We are the number one, Dominic.
Number one intergalactic podcast in the world. And we're the only one. So make sure you guys tune in every week. We got hot tips. We're like a magazine and a podcast, maybe. Right?
We're going to learn something.
The cool kids in school that you were afraid to approach, now you can comment. Go right up to us, comment.
Okay, so, we're the Snapple Facts of podcasting.
Oh, I like
Pretty
that.
much, yeah, Snapple Facts. So
Coming
you're
right
going
at
to learn
you.
something. So get a
Couple
notebook,
popsicle
write it down, and I want you to tweet us your favorite facts, or like X us. People
Also,
say tweeting is X
we
us,
train locations now where we move from the rooftop. We're in Times Square.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. I like it. It's live. What's up, y'all? How you doing? I was in the house. You got people getting painted, people selling balloons.
We got people voicing monologues
right. We got the inner monologue. We got people daydreaming around us, which brings us to our episode. It's The Secret Life of Daydreams.
Ooh, I love daydreaming. Do you like daydreaming?
Listen, social media took my daydreaming away. I used to be the guy that'd sit there and daydream all day.
Yeah.
I don't do it. I want to do more
now
of that.
You scroll.
Yeah, now I scroll. I listen to other people's daydreams.
Damn.
It's
Listen
crazy.
to your own. Cut it off. You got to cut it off.
You could be in a meeting, staring at a spreadsheet, and suddenly accepting an Oscar, right?
Right.
It's like, boom, you're on the train 1 minute. Next minute, you're in Paris. Congratulations, you left Earth. And then you got somebody talking to you. They go, listen, it's a fire. Run.
Yeah, run.
You got the fire alarm going off. Daydreaming is often treated as a weakness. Remember in school?
That. It's my strength. It's my superpower, daydreaming,
you ever have
honestly.
people, hey, stop looking, right? Yeah. Einstein says it. You got to daydream a little bit.
It always be the teachers, too, who say stop daydreaming. And it's like, let's learn something interesting.
And daydreaming is the portal of the imagination, your creativity, your mental survival, or is it just zoning out?
Well, so daydreaming can absolutely be dangerous. I do wish I daydreamed a little less in school, so I comprehended algebra.
You had some good ones, though, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean,
my
algebra?
Daydreams, I'll be like, I just am enjoying the daydream a little bit more than reality sometimes, if I'm being honest,
And for me, it's easy to daydream when I have to think. Like, as soon as thinking gets involved, like the teacher, I'm all following along. Like, you ever have a fun teacher? They'll be like, and in algebra, you carry the 2. You carry the 2, and you're all in it. You'll know that for the rest of your life.
Exactly. The ones, like, doing a song and stuff, I'm like, yeah.
But then you got some teachers, Dom, you can't do it. You got to think, Dom.
I was always getting in trouble with this one teacher in math, and I was to the point where I was, like, afraid of getting a D in math. So finally, I had to catch myself and say, I'm taking responsibility for my math grade. So me and my friend Blaine, shout out to Blaine, we raised our hand anytime we didn't get it, right?
Yeah.
And then we became the problem kids.
Teachers hate that.
But he'd be reading like, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I fall asleep with monotone stuff. I fall asleep. I'm like...
My teacher used to say you're very inquisitive. And I found out that means ask questions.
Yeah, that's
I'd be like, Miss Sandy... I'll say, how come you have to borrow from the 9 if you want to subtract the 2?
Oh.
She'll be like, you asked so many questions. You didn't get it the first time. You should have got it the first time. Miss Sandy taught me one of the things that changed my life, though. Always brush the back of your teeth. Because I remember she'd look at me like, and you just see plaque all built up.
Miss Sandy got halitosis? Did she have
Maybe,
halitosis?
I don't know, but she didn't have floss. I know that.
Yeah.
But either way, Miss Sandy, you were a mean teacher. You made me give up on school, so we're not shouting you out. But Miss Procopio now, I like you. You were a good singer.
Mr. Copia?
Miss Procopio.
Oh, I love Miss Procopia. Okay.
Yeah, on Friday she dressed up as a clown. It made school fun.
That's so fun.
I
had this one math teacher. He made it, or science. He made science so freaking fun. I had so much fun. And, he'd be like, close the books. We're going outside. Guess what? He got fired.
Wow.
It's always the teachers that try to make it fun.
Yeah.
That, get canned for some reason. I don't know what the heck. I did very well in that class. I love science. And then he gets fired.
And speaking of teachers, that's the only job where you can't have a bad haircut.
Why?
Because,
kids
come
are
on.
mean. Kids
you
are so
can't
mean.
never have a bad haircut. Every day. You're going to go in. They know your hair. They're going to be like, hey, nice cut, Mr. Greer.
Oh, kids are so mean. I know.
They start telling you what you look like.
Yeah.
You get that Gomer Pyle hand cut. Run, Forrest.
Gomer Pyle.
So Harvard did some studies. Here's some sources. Harvard department, people spend 47% of their waking, excuse me, about thinking about something other than what they're doing.
Ooh.
This is me all day. I really got to quit this. I could be living in the moment at a fun show, comedy, hanging out with good friends, and I'm thinking about, I cannot wait till tomorrow. I'm going to Morristown, PA to eat a hoagie.
Oh, I'm the same way. I know. I almost get sad when, like, I'm on the last day of, like, a day off or something, and I'm like, oh my God, tomorrow, or like
the Sunday night blues is what they call it.
Yeah, or how about, like, when you're eating dinner and it's like, okay, so tomorrow we'll do this for breakfast, this for lunch, and that, and it's like, ooh, what if we just enjoy the meal? Like, I'm so bad at that.
Yeah, I remember one time I was on a date with this girl for about an hour and a half, and I started daydreaming so good outside, I just left. Like, that's how I knew I wasn't ready to date. And she's texting me. I felt so bad. True story. I was like, man, I started walking and daydreaming about my show. I used to daydream about, like, killing it in comedy. Like, in New York, I'd think about in my mind, I'm coming out. People are going to be screaming.
So you, like, didn't sleepwalk? You daydreamed walk?
I daydream walk so much. I'll end up on, like, 96th Street. I'm trying my best to quit it. It's so easy for me to daydream walk.
Me too. Wow, it's so interesting. Yeah, you know what I love? I love daydreaming with some music and walking. Like, that's therapy to me. Put on some headphones and get lost and just walk. I mean, you gotta, before you cross the street, you gotta look both ways a couple times, because I'll be daydreaming and then, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta be careful. You gotta, be mindful.
And daydreaming, now there's, like, phone dreaming. Like, you almost walk in front of the car because you're on your phone.
I know.
It's like you're either not here, you're not there. Right. Okay, so we got our cosmic debates, ladies and gentlemen.
What's a cosmic debate?
Cosmic.
Okay.
I think I need some water. Cosmic debates. Is daydreaming a waste of time or the brain's original search engine? I like that. Wow, what would it be searching for anyway? It would be searching for, like, if you fell asleep on your computer and you punch in a couple things.
It's problem solving.
Or it's automatic search.
The best inventions are from daydreaming.
Let's see. We got, I would say, daydreaming. What do I normally do? Everything I daydream about, I've never invented nothing like with my daydreams.
Your jokes.
Oh,
your
yeah,
jokes.
That's a daydream. You're
you
right.
See, whatever your craft is, that's what you're inventing.
I do daydream some of my best jokes.
That's pretty cool.
You know, I get a lot of the best jokes in the shower. Sometimes I'll even take a shower just to think.
Right. Well, they have the shower paper for that, so they have waterproof paper. You just write it down. Yeah. Look it up on
insane.
Amazon. Or not Amazon, but,
Should zoning out be considered a spiritual practice? Monks call us.
No, I mean, it's not that deep. You know what I mean? It's just like, use it to your advantage, but make sure you stop before you daydream your life away. You got to do, too. You got to be a doer. There's being a thinker and a doer. You got to learn when to cut off the daydreaming, because it could also be avoidance. Like, I definitely detach from a couple of stuff by, like, daydreaming. That's my coping mechanism.
I agree.
Which is good and bad. So I have to be like, am I avoiding something?
I think for me, a negative aspect other than writing jokes, but if I daydream about a year from now, that's when it's a problem. 3 months from now, when I'm like, I'm going to do this now, that's where it's a big problem. Here's one of my biggest ones that I'm really kind of done with now, but I wasted so much time doing this. If you win imaginary arguments in the shower, do they count as character growth? I'm always winning imaginary arguments all day, not even just in the shower, just everywhere I go. I think of it now, I'll be like, it's a good way to plan, though. When you do run into the person and you want the argument, it's like, you don't understand. I'm going to win this argument. You might have won in life, but I thought about this argument for 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
I got all the points worked out, okay?
That is so funny.
And then they're just like, oh, no, man, my bad. I didn't realize it was that deep.
Right. Well, and then it's like, you know what? The only thing that matters at the end of the day isn't arguing. It's not winning the argument. It's just, like, being happy. Like, if somebody's telling you off, maybe I don't need to tell them off back. Maybe they're the one with the issue. You know,
Yeah.
like maybe like if someone disrespects you, and then you're thinking, you're daydreaming the solution of what you would have said. You know what? Maybe I don't need to say the last word. Maybe I get to give myself the last word.
And honestly, the best thing, the way I've seen
You
this,
can't control anybody but yourself.
it gets handled the best, this situation, I feel like. The people that handle that situation the best are the people that just play dumb. I'm not one of them. I'm not good enough. But there'll be people, what?
I know.
I don't remember that. It's
Yeah,
like, bro,
let
you
me
don't
tell
remember?
you. That's so funny.
You
I
could
was
be
telling.
pulling up the video.
I know. I was so frustrated with something, and I was telling my boyfriend, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play dumb anymore. I'm so fed up. And he goes, "You're better than that." And I was like, "Oh, my bad. I mean, I'm just gonna mirror how they're acting." Like, I was telling him about something that irritated me, and you're better than that. But I'm like, no, I'm just mirroring how they're treating me.
Yeah.
If you think about it, because they're the ones playing dumb, some people, and it's like, it almost blows your mind the level of obliviousness that, and then they want to talk to you, you know what I mean? Just mirror back exactly how they're acting, like Discover Card.
That's the best idea.
You owe $150 interest. I go, is there any way to lower it? They go, no way to lower it. And I said, oh, well, there's no way I can pay it. I'm sorry. You don't tell me that.
Right.
There is a way to lower the interest. Your Discover Card.
Yeah.
I guess I don't want to ruin our chance for a Discover Card sponsorship.
I always
Love
end up
Discover
saying,
Card.
the $17. I tell them, I'm going to file bankruptcy on it. Now you ain't going to get it. Huh? Now who's playing games?
It's my American right.
Yeah, they'll be like, sir, I highly recommend you don't do that. But if you want to make that your choice, by all means. And then I'm like, what? No, I'll pay it. What's the account number? You let me pay it now?
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, here we go. Theme.
Right.
We got Planet Earth Trivia Showdown.
Woo!
Here we go. Theme, the science of spacing out. There's studies on this. This is the science. We're normal. Nothing's wrong with spacing out, right?
Yeah.
How do you think the pyramids were built? Easy.
Exactly.
What part of the brain is most active during daydreaming? Okay, now.
Frontal.
Wait, I'm going to need you to read these because anything medical, it's out of my jurisdiction. It's, I got a 6 to 7 letter word minimum. You start throwing in more than 7, 8 words, look, I can't do it.
You can do it. All right, so what part of the brain is the most active during daydreaming? Is it A, amygdala? I always say I put the Amy in amygdala because it's part of the anxiety. It triggers anxiety. All right, B, default mode network, or the C, prefrontal cortex.
There's a part of the brain that's called the default mode network. We're
Supposedly.
computers. We are
According-
definitely computers. Look at that. Amy just got catcalled.
Oh, that was interesting. Okay.
Look at you. You liked it. I don't blame you. He blew the kiss. What do you guys think? Did he do it smooth or did he do it wrong, though?
You know what?
You think it was done smooth or no?
It's fine. It was fine. He kept walking.
He did it
Now,
quick.
if he did it and just stayed there, it'd be a little, whatever. But I don't,
Or if he had dirt under his nails.
He probably
It's like-
did. I didn't see him.
Oh, okay.
He went
You
like
never
this.
know.
Hey. And then just kept walking. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, yeah. So, anyway. All right. So,
I would say the default. I like that part of the brain. I got to pick that. The default mode center. We're computers.
You're
What do you
right.
think I got up there? What do you think's in my default mode?
default mode. Ooh.
That's when you just check out.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
when somebody's telling you about their day at work and you don't care. You just like kind of, or they're telling you, I walked my dog today.
The
And
default mode network. Wow.
It's crazy our brain has that. So I'm saying that's the part of the brain most active is your default mode.
Yeah, that's it.
I got it right?
You got it right.
Guys, I got one right.
Yay.
I could eat a
Okay.
pizza.
Woo.
This
Oh my
is
gosh,
amazing.
Good job,
Wow,
guys. So
default
default
mode.
network.
So we're moving on to our segment 3, our Intergalactic Correspondent.
Yeah.
Give it up for Holla Bob, ladies
Hi,
and gentlemen.
Holla Bob. Woo.
Yep. So we got Holla Bob. You're going to go out, and he's asking people questions, right?
Oh yes, yes. Supposedly.
So we're going to see. Holla Bob's going to go out and ask some people some questions.
Yes.
He's been observing us,
Oh,
And
yeah.
he wants to ask us, what does he want to ask us? How to observe your eyes going. Oh, well, we'll leave that be, right? What is that? Is that something Holla Bob does? Or did we ask
wait,
him
where
that?
are we?
Right here.
Oh, the street questions are.
Oh yeah, Hollabob's asking street questions. Oh word.
The secret life.
Okay,
Oh,
guys,
here it
be
is,
back to
here
our
it is.
sponsors. Oh, are these questions Hollabob's gonna ask people?
Yeah. Oh, I like it. Hollabob said, Dominic,
Yeah.
show people, where does your brain go when your face says I'm listening?
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. What? Show us your face.
Here we go.
That's a good face. Yeah.
What about yours?
Mine will be like,
Oh yeah, that's a good listening, Brian.
because I'm indicating I'm listening.
And you listen good. It kind of throws me off. Like most
guys,
people are halfway
I
listening.
failed my improv because I'm a bad. So I did. I failed 401. I got to repeat
Damn.
it. They said I'm a. The note said you got to listen.
Wow.
You
All right,
know?
little improv lesson.
Yeah.
Listen and improv.
Listen, but I try. But here's the thing: for me to listen, when somebody says listen, because I'm already like trying to, like I'll be like, it's almost like I'm like cranking up a thing in my ears, like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
And I'm like, every word, I'm like chewing on it, like the.
And they got one of those voices. Nice, nice.
But some of
Sure.
some of the improv scenes, they'll be referencing things I don't know what the heck is going on.
Oh yeah.
They'll be saying words I don't know what it is. And in improv, like, I don't know if I should call it and be like, yo, what are we talking about? Like, somebody said something about
Yeah.
a reservoir.
The
like
State of
whole
the
scene-
Union in
Yeah.
France, Amy.
Yeah, or they were saying some, like, movie reference, and the whole thing was about a movie I've never seen. And I'm like, dude, like, I don't know what – I'd never seen the movie, So then I'm a fool for coming in and saying something random, but I never saw the movie.
Yeah, and
Like, I don't know the reference.
I'll tell you what that reminds me of. I don't know if you deal with this in the girl community, but in the guy community, when guys
in the
hang
girl
out,
communi- or
yeah,
well,
like
yeah.
girl community,
Yeah.
when guys hang out,
I like
right?
that. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like different types of guys. I don't like hanging out with these guys that want to be like stimulized by an intellectual conversation.
Ugh.
Like
I get so
I hang out with
exhausted.
like two smart guys, and they can clearly tell. Like I don't know, they'll start talking about ancient art in Germany, like stuff nobody know. But they're just testing each other to see who's
I know
smarter, and they're
exactly.
showing off. It's like this is the
Yeah.
most boring conversation. I'm sitting here having a car, I couldn't figure it out, and then they're like, oh yeah, no, his name was Esmeralda, and then the
Yeah,
other dude I
yeah.
could see is like, oh, he knows that.
Oh,
and
my
then he
God.
goes, oh, that's interesting. Let me
Yeah.
ask, what's your opinion on when you have the colligative property,
I know.
when matters conjoined? And I'm like, bro,
It
this.
blows my mind. Or how about people who like always watch new movies? I'm almost annoyed because I'm like, honestly, I can't afford to go to the movies and see every new movie.
Oh,
so
the new
it'll
ones?
be people who see all the new movies and they're like, oh, in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, blah blah blah, and they'll be quoting the movie, and I'm like. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I did not see Sonic the Hedgehog. And I'll try to ask questions. Like, oh, is Jim Carrey in it? Like, I literally don't know what to say, So it's
Right.
and then you're out of the conversation, No way better to kill a conversation than to talk about something somebody cannot contribute.
And now it's like people are taking it a step further. I got a friend of mine. He had this thing. He's like, yeah, we'll do a little movie thing with our friends over Zoom. I'm like, whatever. We all live in
Yeah.
different parts of the country. So I'm like, let's do it. I had to download some movie from China that's like voiced over by somebody that used to make B-level horror movies here. He's like, oh, you got to watch The Minions to get this movie. I'm like, buddy, I'm like, what are
Wow.
we even watching here? It's like, it's a movie dubbed over in English. It was like made in like 1974, and you got to watch another movie to watch. He's like, yeah. He's like,
Oh,
the
my God.
other movies are just boring.
Oh
I'm
my
like, what-
gosh, it's a lot. It's a reach, It's a reach.
Anyways, we got Humanity's Hall of Fame. Here we go. Now, this is our intro-D.
Oh.
Introductee is
I believe. Forgive us if we mispronounce his name.
it's Mike. No.
Hayo Miyaski. Okay, forgive us if we say it wrong. But I believe it's Hayo Miyaski.
Yeah,
Um,
that sounds about right.
So, he's behind Spirited Away, My Neighborhood Totoro. He makes literal movies out of daydreams, okay? So floating bathhouses, suit sprites, flying pigs. His films aren't just stories. They're love letters to what the mind invents while alone. Okay, so why he belongs here? Because he defended imagination in a world obsessed with logic. So he famously said, "We get strength and resilience from our imagination. We survive because we can dream." I like that. So there's
Yeah.
imagination and logic. And I honestly, like, I realize I need to be less emotion. I need less emotion and more logic. Because I'll be like, I will say, daydreaming's positive to invent, but, like, it's also my greatest demise. Because I'll be daydreaming so hard, instead of thinking at something logically and being proactive and, like, doing, I'll
Yeah.
be stuck in a daydream.
Logic people are fun to talk to, but just once a week. Kind of get you back to reality. You realize, oh, yeah, they're right. I'm probably not going to be a pilot. More realistic.
Yeah.
You know, they'll tell you, well,
I know.
how, did you really, you have to fly all the time then.
Yeah, we all need that logical
Yeah.
friend. But how fun is it with that friend that you could daydream with?
Oh,
They'll be
I
like,
love that.
what if
That's why I hang out with
this
you.
existed? Yeah, same. Yeah, we'll be
You know
going
what
on
we need?
What?
Is never mind, I'll say it after the episode because I don't want to draw attention to it, but we talked about it earlier. T-shirts that are toothpaste stain free. They got wrinkle free.
Yeah.
Imagine T-shirt free because
Yes.
I get sometimes
I
too.
know. I want to do that sketch I told you about. You
Yeah.
think that'd be inappropriate though? Because that's the thing. My
It's a
nieces
little
watch
inappropriate.
It's a little inappropriate. But well, pretty much we'll fill you in. I always get toothpaste stains, and I had a big old white thing on me, so I was thinking about doing a yeah.
We're
Anyway,
going to roll over to
we're
segment
rolling
5.
over.
We got
Let's go.
Earth's Greatest Mysteries. Where do
Woo!
daydreams come from and why are they so personal? I'm
Wow.
so excited to know about
Yeah.
this. Okay, so here's some theories for you guys. We got the sources here to back them up. Memory recycling. Your brain is sorting out old memories and future hopes into little movies. Ooh.
Wow.
That's cool. The source is Christoph E.T. and the Natural Reviews of Neuroscience in 2016.
Oh, that's cool.
That's interesting. Little movies, I guess. Memory recycling. I see that with dreams. I have it in dreams to where, like, I had a dream. I was in my roommate's room going through his trash, but it was my old roommate's room from like 2 years ago. But I just remembered it that night. I had the
Wow.
memory, and then I dreamt about that night.
Did you Google what it meant?
No.
Dang, what do you think it meant?
I don't know. Well, I think I have those types of dreams because I used to have this roommate that sleepwalked or whatever, sleepwalked. And I used to have to lock my door, and he'd even be able to pick the door and open it with me sleepwalking.
Oh my gosh, you gotta
Picked
get a
my door
chain.
once.
That's
It was an old
scary.
roommate.
I'd be so scared about that.
So here goes another theory. We got emotional regulation. You're practicing conflict, success, failure, without the real life stakes. Like, it's that thing where they say you're supposed to daydream about the basket going in. Like when you shoot, they say visualize it.
Michael
and it's
Jordan
gonna
did
go
that
in.
all the time. Creative visualization, like he would visualize score and.
Well, I'm sure he did a lot of gambling in between that too. But
Wait, oh,
yeah,
he
I
did?
don't know.
What do you mean?
No, Michael's just known for gambling. I'm sorry, maybe I
didn't
shouldn't have
know
cracked the
that.
joke. But hey,
Oh,
he probably did good at it.
Hey, I grew up Jersey, Atlantic City.
Yeah,
Love my
gambling's good. I'm
gamblers.
Italian.
Love my gamblers.
Give it up to Mike.
Yes.
Put it all on 3.
Gamblers are just very hopeful.
You know.
Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with having some hope?
Yeah, dropping 10 G's.
Okay,
It depends on who you're with,
Yeah.
So those sources came from the Structure of Functions of Fantasy in 1990. Oh, cognitive playground. This is interesting. It's your mental sandbox.
Ooh.
The rules are gone. The possibilities are weird.
I
like
like
that.
that.
I need to let
Yeah,
my
yeah.
daydreaming do that a little.
Yeah.
I always daydream about having like an old Mustang with really big biceps. Like it's nothing that's going to help humanity out.
So you know what? Put that on your vision board. You know what
Just
I mean?
get a Mustang,
So-
do a lot of curls.
Now, all right, hold on. So you got the daydream. Now you got to think about how am I going to get there? Break it down from task to subtask.
Work arms every day. Put
Okay.
away a little bit of money for a Mustang.
Guys, look at this.
Would you guys think I'd look? You know why I don't work out? People always tell me, "Oh man, you're too short to work out. You'd look
What?
weird." Yeah.
Honestly, F those people. Like, what? Well, why do their opinions have
Yeah.
to
What
go,
height
you
is
know?
it okay to have a healthy heart? What level is that?
Those people don't know what they're talking about. They're trying to, like, get you down to their level, you know?
We're down to our closing thoughts, which that
Yeah.
is a good closing thought, but we got another one. Maybe daydreaming is a distraction. It's rehearsal. Maybe it's not escape. It's design. Maybe why do we drift off? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I feel like if you're having a bad day, right? And what's wrong with just staring off and doing something that causes you to have a little smile?
I love it. And guess what? It's free to daydream. I
You can
literally
see
can
yourself
go
win.
anywhere in
Yeah.
my mind. I could go to Switzerland right now. Look.
Yeah.
Did you know I was in Switzerland?
Oh my God, that's nice. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna think
Amsterdam.
of something too.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
I was thinking of. I still got that Mustang, leather seats. It's got leather
Yes.
seats.
Ooh.
I'm in a Mustang with leather seats. Yeah.
Look at that.
We'll lay a towel down. So we got. I like that. All right, that's our show, you guys. Subscribe,
Woo!
tune in, check us
Yes,
out.
we love you.
Good afternoon, Planet Earth. Don't forget to follow Amy Jans.
And Dominic Leonelli.
Love you guys.